What's up, everybody? It's me, Michael Magneto 7 Crawford, and I'm here to invite you to get my book, Playbook to Production, Volume 1. This book discusses the fundamentals of how to become a music producer in today's industry. It covers things like how to monetize your music, how to stand out amongst the crowd, even how to pick the proper gear. If you want to be serious about becoming a music producer today, cop that book. Peace.
Let's go! That's it, that's it, that's it! That's it! Hey man, every week, listen, I feel like Jordan right now. Like I'm feeling like Jordan because every week we've been going back to back to back with bangers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we have it. I really like last week's.
But welcome to the MAD LUCRATIVE Podcast.
Come on in.
I am your host, the one, the only, the M to the A to the G to the N to the D to the O, 7 in the building, along with my co-host, the one, the only,
What's up, Sean J?
Sean J. Yo, I studied last episode. I was like, I'm not gonna misspell my own name again. Like this. It's just foolish.
You're in the moment. You're excited. You know, you misspell some words.
Right. It's like busting a nut. Like, you get super excited. Like, oh, can't wait.
Sure. Yeah.
But my weekend was great. Hopefully yours was.
Mine's been chill.
What's chill? What's considered chill? What's
like, you know, no one came to me with dumb shit. It was just real easy going.
okay?
All the plans I had worked out. Plans I didn't have still worked out. Like, you know, like the surprise plans. You're like, hey,
Yeah.
you want to come hit, you know, hang out. But yeah.
Oh, people love the fact that you talked about. Yo, we talked. So if y'all, all the listeners know, but for the new people, welcome. For the people that might listen for the first time and only time, cool. F you. But so when Sean talked about he talked about his trip to the skating rink last week.
Right, people like that, huh?
Yo, they were like, yo, tell him to go. Yo,
I mean, I'm not going to more places.
No,
There's something to be the hoodest places ever.
No, they want you to go to all the hood places now. You have to visit every hood place at least one time.
I'll
now.
make a map of Atlanta.
So the one thing in Atlanta, they said you got to hit the wing shop.
Okay.
On any hood in Atlanta, you got to hit the wing shop.
I've been to a wing shop in like a Jamaican place in the middle of Atlanta before, by the government building. I've been to that one.
That's not
hood though.
No, not hood.
That's just homeless.
Yeah, it's
a lot of homeless around there, dude.
Okay, we're not gonna start the pod on the homeless somber tone, but yeah. So wing shop, they want you to go to a sneaker shop and the mall.
I've been to like all the malls.
Specifically the West End Mall though.
I think I've been there.
Okay.
I've been to Linux.
No, Linux ain't
Linux ain't that bad.
They got. I'm talking about the mall that only has like 2 stores. And
it's not a mall. that's a hallway with stores.
And the dude looking around like, yo, what you got?
Boy, you weird. You know someone?
But I'm glad that y'all look. The engagement is up. I'm loving it. We monetize it. Listen, shouts out to the monetizers.
The people who deem us worthy.
Yo, it need to be a group. It need to be a group like the X-Men, but all like content creators, and we call them the monetizers.
Then they get demonetized.
But they love the fact that you were talking about the hood. They were like, "Yo, was it somebody with dreads? Was it black?" He didn't be he wasn't specific. So
oh no, so the guy was like, he looked about my age, just like with a hat on. So he didn't have any dreads or nothing. Like real, I don't know how to explain it. Like we're just real young, not really.
You were about to get robbed.
Yeah, probably. Now he was looking. The other dudes just honestly looked like they were just hanging out with the doors open, just chilling. They were a lot older. They were like way older than you, just kind of hanging out, probably waiting for their friend to come out. But the dude across,
Hold up, you said way older than me. Why you put me in the equation?
Because you're not that old.
You said way older than me though.
Yeah,
so I feel like, but you classify me as old, so it's like
older.
Okay.
Like 30. You're older than me. I'm not saying I'm old.
Yeah.
You're older than me.
Okay. I go with it. So we got to schedule that. We will schedule that for all of y'all that's been engaging with the pod. Cause like,
You gotta come up with more stuff. Oh, you know what? Well, hey, we were just talking about going into the streets more and actually doing something
Yeah.
in the street.
Yeah.
Let
I'm
us
down.
know if you'd want to see that.
I'm down. And
Yeah.
Sean still has a hottie that's looking at him. Yes. Yeah, she was looking.
My girl-
H&M girl.
Oh, H&M?
H&M girl was
Hey,
looking
how
at you.
about that?
I watched the pod.
I don't think so.
I started following y'all watched them.
She's just excited.
Oh yeah.
She's just like, oh,
She's
that's
excited
cool.
for me. I'm married. I'm
I
taking.
promise you. I came in with my work boots on, a whole blue jean with holes in them,
And guess what?
and a big old jacket.
Then that's my point. Vibe. She's like, oh, we got a vibe to him.
God, man. When I opened my mouth, she was probably just surprised I didn't sound like country or
That's
something.
true.
Yeah.
That's true. I get you that. But
With my NASCAR hat. People keep thinking it's a NASCAR hat.
so you ain't had nothing too crazy last weekend.
No. It's been real. Like, this whole month has been chill. I didn't even know it was March. Like,
Okay.
10 days ago. I was surprised. I was like, oh, shit.
Well, I think it's weird that we get the snow and then we get shorts weather the
That's what
next
I'm saying.
day. Like
Yeah.
it's like
You wouldn't tell it's March. You're like, what is this shit?
yeah. Huh. We'll see. I do want to schedule some kickbacks, COVID friendly, of course. Sean thinks COVID's a joke. He thinks it's a
It's
joke.
not a joke, but I will say that, like, I mean, look how quickly they drop it for something else. You know?
Okay.
And
Now,
now all the mandates are over. Everything's like they knew it was bullshit the whole time.
this is my thoughts on that because I won't lie. I'm thinking just like you on that because I was like, okay. So you don't have to do no more tests.
No,
That's one.
and they called us murderers for not wanting to get, the
V word.
yeah,
So you no more tests, no more pressing
yeah.
VX, and all the mandates lifted. Like, just go out in the street, have fun,
It's
tongue kiss who you want to,
tongue punch wherever you want to.
do whatever you want to do in the street. No mask, no nothing. Go have fun.
I mean, the biggest thing I even said during it, I'm like, look at who's telling you to wear the mask. They don't wear them. They don't care. So if they know it's a joke, is it? If they aren't worried unless they're on camera,
Mm-hmm.
then they put the mask on, like as we've seen.
Yeah.
Then what are they not worried about? They know something. Like they know something. They know it's like, oh, it's a flu.
I will say it's ironic that since we're approaching spring and then summertime vacation
Yeah.
season and all of the big $1 million. Another thing, the $1 million motherfuckers always follow the money.
Mm-hmm.
Always follow the money. So all of the millionaires, if y'all haven't noticed and looked at the news, the millionaires be like, yo, okay, we've had like 3 different seasons of 3 down seasons. I need y'all to open everything up so we can have
We get that
travelers.
cash flow back in,
We can
yeah.
get that cash flow coming back in. And when they say, oh, you know what? No more mandates. You're good.
Because people saw they're not buying into any of this virtual shit. They're not buying into it. All right, open up the shit again.
Okay.
I guess they want to go around.
No,
This is fueling your fire.
No, it's not fueling my fire. I will say this though. I will say, I gotta choose my words correct.
I haven't already.
Yeah, you haven't.
I've already just said
But
shit.
okay, so the metaverse, right?
Mm-hmm.
The idea of metaverse. I am on Facebook right now too. Shouts out to Facebook. But the metaverse and the concept of NFTs, virtual money, digital real estate, digital currency. I do see it taking a little punch.
You saw that NFT drop?
I saw it.
It went.
No, even just some of the crypto that I got just sitting in certain places. That just like
Everything but Bitcoin isn't stable. Like Bitcoin's always been stable.
right.
There'll be drops in it, yeah, but
Mhm.
it always seems to kind of get itself back upright.
So I will say it's a little ironic that all of the mandates and everything is being lifted, and since the $1 million people, the unbroke $1 million. What was unbroke? 400,000 to 0 to 400,000.
Yeah, if you make more than 400,000, you're not poor. Congrats.
Yo, no, they were like, yo, how are you poor and you got 400,000? And I was like,
and that's well, I get that's just to your net worth. I
Right.
mean, to me, you're not poor at all. To me,
Yeah.
but in the grand scheme of things, because of how much money's out there, yeah,
Right.
400,000 is poor to them. But to like us, it's like that ain't bad.
yeah, it's a good little amount.
Yeah.
It's good. But anyway, so yeah, that's been going on.
Yeah.
I've been looking at all of the different people, and I made a post. What was this? Probably Tuesday. I went and filled up Shamia's car.
I saw that.
The gram was like, like, and we gonna talk about that too, cause they on that bull with the. Okay, let's talk about that first before we talk about the gas monetization.
Yeah.
This wasn't even on our nothing for today, but I will say this: I did a little talk on Instagram about how, for the musical community, publishing is going to be equivalent to NFTs. Like,
Yeah.
and from the standpoint of holding value and how people structure their deals,
I hope not.
it will be.
Because
I'm gonna tell you why. The only reason it will be is because everything has transformed into a digital state of something.
Yeah.
I.e., does your car have a CD player?
No, yeah, mine still does.
This car,
Does it?
outside,
Yeah.
has a CD player.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Some still do, because Subaru is kind of classic. Subaru like doesn't have any like a lot of insane gadgets. That's why it was cheaper.
right.
So,
Well, so my truck
yeah,
just has USB and radio,
for real.
no CD player. Shamia's car has USB, radio, no CD player.
That makes me so sad.
But that's why I say NFTs will make sense in the future, because every way that we stream music, how we consume content is based off of a digital structure, right? So
So you're saying you'll be able to physically own the digital thing?
at some point,
Oh.
it's just cycles.
Well,
it's
maybe
cycles.
that's a good thing then, because like I hate the streaming shit, man. I hate
Well-
that you can't buy a game or a DVD or music like Spotify. I
Right.
don't own any of that.
Right.
I pay a monthly
Right.
fee.
Spotify,
Yeah.
Netflix, Apple Music,
Yeah.
YouTube, any of this stuff.
Mhm.
We don't own it. You're paying for a subscription, and let's just hypothetically say that Apple and Netflix says, you know what? I don't want to do this no more. I'm out of business.
Yo,
Press the button.
perfect example, Russia, right?
Yeah.
Everyone's pulling out their business. In Russia, you can't like, cause I play a lot of games.
Right.
I love. Sony was the first console I had. I had a PlayStation. The whole PlayStation online and store is gone in Russia because Sony is like, take that. I don't know.
ahead.
I know you do that in order for the citizens to be angry, and then they even push the government further to stop this, but it's not going to work.
Right.
I'm looking at Sony like, dude, do you honestly think anyone in that country has a say of what's going on? Why punish the people?
Right.
Like, they took Spotify out of Russia, Apple Pay is out of Russia.
Really?
I think even Amazon stopped. Yeah. Don't quote me. I know Apple Pay, but don't quote me on Amazon.
Okay.
But like, I mean, yeah, they're pulling out. So like people can't pay with anything in Russia except with cash right now. I don't know if Visa did, but I know a couple banks did. And I'm like, why punish the people when they don't have a word in what's going on?
Well, that idea, how I get it as a business person, right? It's like on a minute level, I get a property, and we know that the property costs $30,000. It's gonna be $18,000 in labor. The rest is gonna be in materials, and you get whatever the profit is after you sell the property, right? I get a contractor at that property that's bullshitting, and I'm like, you know what? You're not doing good. Pack your stuff up. I send you a certain amount to say, we wrapping up, but I'm gonna hire another contractor to come in, and I just, as the hood say, cut off the water. I cut the water off.
I don't see nothing wrong with that. They weren't doing a good job.
But that's what these people think they're doing when they're pulling out.
Yeah, I know what they think.
Yeah.
You could chalk it up to like, oh, they're doing a little power fantasy here. They're like, pull them out. Yeah, we support Ukraine, but it's like, it's not like that though.
No.
You know?
Yeah. But so everything leading up to where we are now, as far as people pulling out, and now us pulling out for the gas.
Yeah.
First off, the pipeline, and this is why, all of my black listeners, I know some of them tear me up, some of them love me, some of them like, I can do with or without them. It's whatever your opinion is, it's cool with me. They called me dickhead in high school.
So fuck them. Don't need them.
Yes. So, but looking at how, our current president, current administration cut off the pipeline. said we were gonna. This is beginning of his presidency.
I've been learning more about that. I had one guy come to me and he's like, "No, first off, it's a Canadian pipeline. It has nothing to do with America. It only serves." I'm like, then that didn't add up, dude. Then why in this exact date?
Yeah.
And I could actually give you a graph. You can put it on the screen if you want.
Okay.
Right when he took presidency, the gas, it's a perfect spike. It shows exactly right when he came into office. The gas immediately started going up. And of course, right, the war, now it's astronomical.
Right.
It wasn't going up that much. It was going up, clearly since he took office, but now it's insane. And I know what you're going to say. You're like, if you're going to shut down another nation's pipeline to us to punish them,
right?
Because factually it hurts their economy.
What did you do to us?
Why would you shut ours down?
Hold on. You know what?
You
know what that is? Sense. You know what that deserves? The audience said they love that. They love it. Y'all make sense. I get you. Thank you.
And this isn't even me. I've heard this before. I forget where I heard it, but I was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "That does. It makes complete sense. Why would you, if you know it's bad?" And because he used like environment.
Yeah. But okay, and we talked about how much more digging they have to do to get the
mining for lithium. The lithium-ion batteries for the Teslas is so much worse for the environment than just there's a break in the pipe somewhere and the 100 acres that it runs through. Oh no, we can't grow grass in that one little patch now.
Yeah,
that really sucks. Patch the pipe.
Right.
And fortify it, and then there won't be a break ever again until years later. It doesn't. People think it destroys acres of land. It doesn't.
No.
It's just a pipe.
Well, I think what people don't understand is because we're in that's a part of our 9 to 5, right?
Yeah, we work with pipes.
We work with pipes. Pause.
Yeah. Oh.
We don't work. Because TikTok be like, "Are you? How long?"
He said what? Hold up.
TikTok, our TikTok followers will be like, "How long have you guys been a couple?"
Oh,
and
man,
we're like, "We're not a couple."
They love that shit, dude. I mean, it's funny.
It's
so
funny
we always
to me
laugh
too.
at it, but we're like, "I'm not gay." I think TikTok does. They know they're trolling.
They make you go harder. Stop that shit.
Yeah, TikTok will be like, "Oh, that's a nice wig," or they'll be like, "Oh, I have a lazy eye too," and you're like, "I don't."
But okay. So from us working with pipes, pause.
Yeah.
Every day on a consistent basis, we understand the flow of. We work with water. That's our.
So it ain't the
job.
same, but it's the same. You're
It's the
sending
same
something
concept.
through a pipe. We
Right.
know about pressure. We know about.
Right. And if something happened to, let's say, this particular gas, what is it called? Like a rig, back gas station, whatever. Like the big stations that the trailers go to.
Mm-hmm.
If something happens to that one thing, you got a valve right here. You got a valve right here. You cut that section off, and everybody else is okay.
Yeah.
So,
I've never seen an oil pipeline, but I would assume they have like what we do, where you can cut this off,
right.
fix that section, but the oil's still coming through another section.
Right. Well,
it would be dumb as fuck if they just made one giant line.
So for me, I'm just like, okay, like you said, if you cut off the gas line, cut off the water,
Yeah.
and perfect. What happens if somebody cuts your water off at your house?
Can't really do much, can you?
Listen,
They're clearly fixing something if they do.
But think about what all you cannot do.
Yeah. You can't flush your toilet.
You can't flush your toilet.
No
You
sink.
can't brush your teeth.
Nope.
You can't make no coffee unless you got some water in the refrigerator. You can't cook no macaroni and cheese.
No. Unless you got water
You
bottles,
can't, you can't wash off, if you like my wife, like she's actually with the COVID stuff, you can't wash off the bags that the food come in, and that's just cutting off one thing.
Can't wash your chicken.
You know what? Fuck you. Yo, all of my black listeners, I need y'all to comment big as much. Tell him why we wash our chicken. I'm not going to stop washing the chickens. I'm washing the chicken.
It doesn't do nothing.
It does do something.
if you cook, well, depending on what you're gonna do with it, but if you cook the chicken, that extreme heat will kill anything that washing would already do.
But if I wash it off first,
it's even more safe.
It's safe.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't do whatever you want. Yeah, there's nothing wrong about it.
If you come to a cookout over here, you're gonna see us wash off the chicken before we.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Okay.
It's like washing your socks but then putting them in a fire. It's like, clearly, the fire is going to kill everything on that sock. Washing it does nothing.
Okay, anyway, whatever. So he cut off the water. He cut off the gas to the U.S. Be like, man, for my other folk, yes, he's the best president ever. No, he's not.
I'm like,
he's not. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Didn't they make an excuse like it's some kind of Native American land it's going through, and
Something
then
like
that's
that.
why it was
For whatever reason. So now you cut off the water cut off the water. I'm thinking like the hood.
water.
I'm thinking about my hood people now. You cut off the gas to Russia from us getting it from them. You cut off the gas from Canada. Let's say that. Who does it hurt? I know the last time I checked, when I made the video on Instagram, it was $4 and some odd cents.
Yeah, it's all right. In Duluth, it's like $4.50, $4.60 now.
And to put it in perspective, for everybody that was like, well, I pay that much for my gas. Like, I paid $50. Her car was not on E.
Yeah.
She don't have a truck like me. I have a
$50 and it wasn't even on E.
It wasn't on E.
I've never done that in my life. I don't think my gas has never gone above 60.
Exactly.
Because it's a little like crossover sedan, so it's not. So
now let's just unpack it. For me, and I consider us doing okay. I'm not rich. I'm not poor. I'm like I'm nice. I'm that guy right now.
Yeah.
But think
Not
about
me.
me.
I'm like, fuck, I need. You give me $20, I'm like, hell yeah.
I offered you gas.
It's going
bro.
to gas.
I offered you gas.
I gotta work for it. I don't want to get
whatever,
free gas.
Whatever. So think about that. For me, I'm like, okay, oh wow. Another $50.
Yeah.
Wow, crazy. Think about me 5-6 years ago.
I was gonna say, I'm like, yeah, me
Bruh,
2 years ago.
$50 in gas. Okay. I gotta rob somebody.
I would have called in and be like, I can't come to work. Like I have to actually save money to eat or get gas. Like you know what?
Crazy.
You're right. For a lot of people like in Atlanta right now and surrounding cities, that's a choice right now this week. Do I want to fucking get food right now or do I need gas?
Exactly.
Like, dude.
So let's think about this, y'all. Like, and I'm only discussing this topic because I want everybody, especially, and I'm not being funny. I do feel like a lot of white people in general know more about policies and how politics work and how the different branches of government work. So they're more aggressive in being proactive.
Man, not him. That's shifting. Not anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
Enlighten me.
You hear what I was talking about? All these people from college coming out knowing fucking jack shit about how the world actually works, not knowing anything at all, man. Who we just talking about? Our buddy from work. We were just talking about.
Yeah.
These crazy, like, I don't want to be the white old guy who's like, them damn libs. But, dude, some of these liberals, man, they come out of college thinking the world's like rainbows and shit, and like not knowing they think communism's fantastic, and they're like, capitalism will kill us all. I'm like, look, I'm not a fan of any isms, okay, but
the
I
US
definitely
is
know
built on capitalism.
but dude,
no,
like,
no, you don't want communism.
No, you don't.
You know what? I wanted you to expound on that because I just pulled up some stats, right?
Yeah.
And this is why it's important to know where the money's going. How is it being pushed? That's why in the U.S., business owners get rewarded for being a business owner, providing a job. You get rewarded for being a homeowner, right? And that brings me to this point.
The farmers mainly too.
And the farmers, right?
In communist countries, it's always the farmers that like if a farmer makes too much, the state will seize it. He's not allowed to eat in the
communist
rest
country.
of it. Yeah.
Wow.
The state will go, oh, good, you've made too much. We will repurpose this where it belongs. And the good farmer's like, I'm starving. That's what Stalin did. That's why he killed millions of people. His own farmers just stopped being farmers. They were like, we're dying.
So, okay, tell me this. Can we count, I pulled up some stats on the housing market, right? And we'll do 3 years. We'll do 3 years, 10 years apart. 2002, the housing market for the median for the U.S. was $182,000. That was the median for the U.S. So if you were buying a house in 2002, it'd be about $182,000. Then we fast forward 10 years later, we're at $210,000. Not that bad, right? About $30,000 jump in 10 years. Not crazy. But now, another 10 years later, that same property, $374,000.
Yeah.
Now, how did the income increase for the average U.S. citizen
Nowhere
in that
near
time.
that much.
And
Look at college. It's like college, like how much it took to go to college back then.
It was $24,000 for me,
And
that was 07,
imagine it was in the 90s, dude. It was nothing.
bruh.
Even before that, in the 80s, it was nothing. It was
You
like
know what?
1,700 per semester, and that was like a university. Nowadays, that's like a little community college.
I'm about to tell you exactly what it is.
Because that's what I went to.
On average, you're looking at $30,000 a year. 30
That's a BMW every year.
a year. And then okay, so it's just break it down. And this is why I want some of my people that believe in traditional education. Yes, you do need it for being a doctor, being a lawyer.
Of course.
Certain things you gotta have it.
I'm super for education. It's just the price it's coming at.
Right. Go to a community college. Get the preliminary stuff out the way, then pay for the more expensive school later on. But let's say you go to college and you do $30,000 a year, right? The average job when you come out of college is going to be about $40,000.
Yep.
A year.
You don't get to keep.
And you're going to take from $40,000, you're going to get a whopping 31 maybe. You might take 31 home, maybe. But then you take out your
Yeah, and
health
that's just
insurance,
take it home.
Yeah.
Meaning you still got to buy groceries, gas.
groceries,
food,
gas, food.
you know.
So how are you able to pay for a house that costs $374,000 off of $31,000? Technically $22,000.
That's the point. You don't. The bank owns it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I just want everybody to just do the research.
Yeah.
Right. Don't depend on us for the information. Do the research.
Yeah,
and
because
see
I
it
don't
for
actually know
yourself.
shit. I don't know anything.
And I can't spell.
Yeah.
I'm like almost this slow. I'm like that.
That's
much.
the thing. Like, I honestly couldn't give you the definition of shit I talk about, but like, dude, just open your eyes and look, man. You can see it.
Yeah.
It's easy to see what's been happening
Go
to.
over there with Lily.
So, I can't even read that.
Yeah, I can't. We're gonna come to y'all soon, I promise you.
Yeah.
But yeah. So that's gas prices. I think we've milked that. Like we don't need to go back to the gas.
I saw when I just got gas about a week ago. It was one of those Biden stickers, but someone ripped it off, and I'm like, "You mad?" I'm like, "You're just angry."
No. Because for me, I don't. You know, I would. My homegirl, I call her little sis. Sis was like, "You ain't no Republican. You just swing wherever the money go to." I'm like,
Why not? hey, same with me. If they're treating me better, and I'm getting paid more, and my life is substantially easier, why would I not vote for that party again? And it always just seems whenever there's a Democratic president, that's when shit starts going bad.
And we're not gonna do no history lesson.
No.
I just do the research. That's it.
Hell, go to the dates of when that president was president for, and just look at prices of shit.
Yeah.
You will always see, as soon as they leave office, it goes down.
Yeah.
As soon as they take it, it goes up.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
almost every time.
So, yeah, we're done with that. We're done.
Yeah.
You good with that?
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
I mean, you know me, I'm not Republican at all. I'm
one more thing.
centrist, but- What?
I love the meme of Denzel Washington. Denzel Washington looking at the gas.
Motherfuckers.
He said, "You motherfucker." All right. We've exhausted that subject. No more gas.
People are tired of it anyway.
Yeah, they are tired. I am literally tired of. I'm even tired of my hood friends smoking gas. Don't smoke gas. Don't smoke it on the back porch. None of that. I don't want to smell it. But anyway.
You got smoke gas to handle this gas.
All right, so Nicki Minaj interview with Joe Budden.
Yeah.
If y'all don't know, Joe Budden is one of the best podcasters out here. He's like the pod father.
Yeah.
Like all of us look up to him. At least I do.
When you told me when he started, I was like, dude, he was like the first podcaster.
Bruh.
Really?
Fun fact. And y'all can look at this on YouTube. I started the original version of a podcast in, what was that, 2010?
Yo.
And I was just, okay, back then, and that was after I got beat up by the business. Like, I was really, really toxic then. Like, now I might talk toxic, but I'm not toxic. I'm a cool guy. Then.
You had kids, you calmed down.
Yeah, I had kids, calm down. I got to be a chill dad.
Yeah.
Then, the business was like, yeah, Nito, no. I tried to start a podcast in the middle of that. Toxic. Very bitter. I was a whole nother guy. Like, don't fuck with me.
Yeah.
I was bad. Now it's like, don't fuck with me because I'm a business guy. Like, don't waste my time. That's where I am now. But tried to start a pod then. He started around that same time. That's when Joe started. If I would have just kept going.
Dude. You would have had the
Maybe
guy
not-
who was a rapper and then the guy who was a producer.
Yeah. But, no regrets. Just live your life.
Yeah.
Not even one word.
Maybe
one
it
letter.
wasn't supposed to start back then. Maybe
Right.
it was supposed to start now.
I see. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
So Joe Budden did an interview with Nicki Minaj, and I feel like this is the interview that I've been waiting for from artists of her magnitude. Right? What I say by that is Nicki has okay. Let's think about this. Let's backtrack. Before Nicki Minaj, we only had Lil' Kim, we had Foxy Brown. Lil' Kim was like the one racy, and I'm talking about like recent 10 years. I know anybody that's past that would be like, but what about?
Yeah.
I know we had Queen Latifah, we had MC Light, we had all these people. Yes, but I'm talking about like recent, current.
When Beyonce?
Sean, no, don't. Are you? Sean,
Just
come on.
kidding.
Are you really?
Right,
Are you?
no.
No. And he just showed y'all that he's not a music guy.
No.
Beyonce is a singer.
What about?
No, she's
No,
a singer.
she
She's not a
don't
rapper.
rap, no.
But anyway, Nicki was the first one outside of Lil' Kim to be really racy, pretty, but that was pretty much it, right? Lil' Kim could rap to me. She was dope. But hearing Nicki's interview made me understand. I was like, oh, she's a very structured writer and rapper. When she writes her music, she was talking about how everybody was like, no, you need to pay homage to Lil' Kim. You took this from Lil' Kim. She was like, but I didn't. Like, I really did look at Jay-Z, Foxy Brown, because I like how they rapped.
Yeah.
Like, their phonetics and all this. She was breaking it down. I was like, oh, it makes sense. So she just wasn't being a bitch. Oh, sorry. She wasn't just being
Dollar in the bitch jar.
Yeah. She wasn't just being one of those. She was just like, yo, I don't listen to her like that. Like, I respect her, but that's not who I look to. So then she talked about how there's a gift pack for rappers now.
Really?
If you want to rap, you got to get the boob shots, you got to get the butt shots, you got to get the pink hair.
That sucks. Not the hair, but.
But she did everything before it was just a thing. Like labels. Remember I said last pod, or it was on Instagram. It starts from running together. But I was talking about how labels start to use a certain thing to market a person.
That's like K-pop.
Yes.
They make those girls go through like
Oh, you said
transformation.
K-pop?
Yeah.
Enlighten me.
Yeah. So I've heard like a lot of stories where they make those girls go through like crazy like plastic surgery or some shit, or like, oh, you got to change this. You got to, like, it's like they have no freedom over their bodily autonomy. Yeah.
K-pop.
They probably can't eat what they want to eat because they got to stay like these like perfect little,
Wow.
That's what I've heard. I think the same with the dudes too. I mean, you've seen the guys.
Yeah, but I think with dudes, it's a little bit more versatile because you got people like Rick Ross.
Yeah.
You got the big gut and you put the chain on it. And it worked.
Yeah.
Then you got Jay-Z, whose imperfection might be big lips.
Yeah.
Then you got 50 Cent he had the imperfection of this big overhang on the the meat over your eyes, just big. Like,
So are they trying to sell to girls then?
the girls got it. Like
'Cause
right
I feel
now,
like guys don't care.
they don't. But the business is okay with that. See what I'm saying? With the girls, they are putting the shots on them. And this is before a label invests into their talent.
Wow.
It's like, no, if you want to, you can rap. You good with rapping, but let me see you with a wig on. Let me see you with the shots.
That's fucking
Let me
weird.
see you with the breast implants. And then, we go from there.
Yeah.
But Nicki was like, I got all this stuff done to my body out of, how did she say it? It was out of not being confident. She said people like Lil Wayne would talk about her like, yeah, you got a little boob, you got a little breasts, whatever. But she was like, well,
Not my man Lil Wayne.
yeah. But she was like, it was in a joking manner because they look at her like little sis.
Well, guys do that. We joke about all,
We joke about each other. Like,
Yeah.
if y'all heard some of the job site, like, everybody would be canceled. It was just,
we'd all be firing squad.
it'll be done. But she was talking about how that really aided her confidence. And she's like, now it's just the thing to do. And now it's hard for females to find a voice because they just take this and you do this, you do this.
Yeah, they should get a voice. I'd be fucking disgusted if someone made me alter something about myself and that's even before they sign you. That's not even after.
That's not after they sign you. Oh, okay, cool. You did it. I'm glad that you actually did it. Okay, so let's do this now.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna put this on you and put this on you. Do this, do this.
Yo.
I'm gonna stick you with this person. You're not in a relationship. We're gonna put you with this guy.
Oh, I'm sure.
You see that?
Oh, dude, I know. I'm sure like celebrity couples and artist couples, I'm sure half of that shit's fake.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So for me, I was just like, I'm glad that she exposed what the business does, what the business can do to women in her position. Because she was like, she wished she would have told herself then, the person she is now, she wish she would have told herself, you're enough to do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
You're great at whatever. And I'm just like, yo.
Good, that's good.
Yeah. So, shouts out to the Podfather.
I like her. Yeah.
You know,
Nicki
shouts
Minaj,
out to Nicki. That was a great interview.
She seems like a very open, like really critical thinking person.
Well, what was the thing you were talking about with the VAX word? What did she say?
Yeah, well, she was, she didn't come out crazy against it. She was just like, dude, you know, and that actually goes exactly with what she was just talking about. Like, you should never be forced to put something in you, you know, regardless of what it is.
Right.
So maybe that correlates with her character a little more. She was, I agree with her. And she was just like, you should be able to look up your own stuff, do your own research.
Well, being a guy that came from being hella confident in one area and hella small feeling in another area.
Yeah.
I know what it felt like to be pressed to do something, and then just because you're a character, you're like, all right, I do it, whatever. But being an older guy, I strategically think about everything.
Like me with the pretzels yesterday.
Yo, his ass with these listen, the most indecisive man in
the world. I'd say in the country, yeah, for sure. I'll take that. I am.
He's like, yo, man, I think I'm gonna get we're at the mall trying to shop, get some clothes or whatever, and not together because we're not getting. We have to say that.
It is hard to.
And we don't have nothing against gay people. We love gay people.
Yeah.
Come to the show. We can have a latte, whatever you want to do.
Funny
it's cool.
that everything we do.
Every time.
There was a moment we were like, you were on live, and the guy was like, oh, you guys shopping together? We go, yeah, we are. And then, and then you're like, I'm going to go shop over here.
No, TikTok be like, so let me see you guys kiss. I'm like, what? Wait, why are you? Okay,
no.
You're just not my type. My type is my wife.
That's good.
My woman wife.
Keep it that way. My woman wife, not my man wife.
Gotta be specific. But the fact how I look at everything like this now. I look at it like this. Okay, so if I can, let's say, make you get a swab,
Yeah.
I can make you do it. Make you.
Yeah, for your job.
Because it's not a choice. It's make you do that. And then I say, okay, well, you know what? I made you do that. And we trying to test this out right quick. I'll make you do this too.
Yeah.
You want to work? You in LA? You want to work? You want to be on my set? Do what I told you.
It's a slope, and I hate it. It's really slippery.
So for me, my only question was, well, what does this look like in the next 20 years? Because the next 20 years for me is 58.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Pushing 60. I don't want to be. What's the commercials? It ain't funny. It's not funny, I promise. But shit hilarious.
What commercial?
If you got
oh yeah.
If
you
were
a loved
affected,
one with experience, you might have mesothelioma.
Yeah. No, like I'm sure back then, the doctor was like, "Yeah, this is the best medicine. This is this and that.
Yeah.
We're gonna give this to you." And that person that got the medicine was like, "All right, cool. It probably will help."
Yep.
Just like. Now,
even surgeons, if you use surgical mesh and you're entitled to a complete, it's like, holy shit.
Yeah.
This thing that they swore on 30 years ago.
Dope sick.
Hey.
Dope sick. Go look at, if y'all want to fact check what we're saying, go look up dope sick.
Have you noticed that when Moderna released all that shit, finally, quiet, no one's talking about it. Everyone kept saying, trust the science, shove it down your throat. But then when the science is actually released, they're like, oh, well,
And that's
It's like, dude, that's what we were saying. What, first 90 days, 1,500 deaths?
and I never said I wasn't gonna get it. I was like, yeah, I get it if it makes sense.
Yeah.
If it makes sense. When I kept doing more research, I studied everything. I'm a fucking bookworm.
Yeah.
Like I study it. It didn't make sense.
It didn't.
Yet.
Way too much way too much censoring. That more than I've ever seen in my life. And in every, hey, like I said, I don't know much. I can't tell you the definitions of shit. But if I see every major news source and social media app censoring one thing, I'm like, all right, why? That's weird. Why?
Make you wonder. It make you wonder. And we're not going to dig because I don't want to.
Because I'd like to be monetized.
Thank you for the monetization. Thank you. How do I get? Monetization in the building. With a monetized crew. But anyway.
The monetizers.
Yeah, I'm still a believer in promoting free thought.
Yeah, that's why I like Nicki. When she came out, but she was just like, yo, a lot of your favorite artists think the exact same way. They just are too afraid to say it.
Yep.
I believe it. Because that's your whole brand.
Exactly.
You're canceled, man.
So, and it's ridiculous because we got mad subjects, but we want to touch the ones that make sense for the most part. But I feel like we just talked about some kind of dreary stuff. This mukbang stuff. Okay.
Speaking of Koreans.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm gonna do it. I am gonna do it. I'm gonna put it out there.
What?
I'm gonna put it out there.
What out there?
Okay, so
I'm worried now. What were you gonna say?
you know what I'm about to say. So okay, me and Shine go back and forth about how can I say it? Koreans, Japanese people, Chinese people, Thai people.
No, they're all different. They are different.
Look, okay, all right, okay, and I just said that a lot of us black people, and y'all can agree or disagree. It's cool, whatever. But I know the ones that I hang around, and be like, "Oh yeah, that Chinese girl." They're not gonna ask, "Are you Japanese? You Chinese?" They're gonna be like, Chinese.
You're like that dude from Texas, like, oh damn, the Mexicans. It's like, dude,
Yes, I am.
literally every person from South America is Mexican.
Yep. So you're from Brazil.
You from Mexico?
Brazil?
No, I'm not Hispanic.
So enlighten me, because you say okay. That's this mukbang stuff started there.
Yeah, it may not have started there, but it's really prevalent in Korea. Yeah,
Okay.
South Korean are the majority of the ones who do Shamia was talking about it. Those huge plates of food, right? Mm-hmm. And they eat all of it, like super fast. They're just shoving it down their throat. I'm like, how the fuck? And it's always like some little girl, you know?
Yeah.
Some little 20-year-old tiny thin. Okay. I'm like, how do you eat all that? I couldn't eat half of that.
Well, for me, okay, I don't, and y'all some weirdos out here. Y'all hella weird.
Yeah, apparently they like to watch them eat because it makes if you're on a diet. So I've heard people watch these mukbangs to feel like they're eating the food that these people are eating, and I've also heard people watch people eat when they eat alone. That's a thing. So if you're eating in your car, they'll put one of these on so you can eat together. I've never heard of that.
If you put a video on and I see this motherfucker eating this stuff.
Oh, it's so nasty too.
Yo, stop it. Cut. Stop.
It's weird.
My family will tell you. It's me will tell you too. Bruh, smacking, even our daughters, this 3 and 6, I'm like, you don't have to smack. Close your mouth. Close your mouth. Okay, so.
Everyone knows that guy who you work with who chews gum. You're like, dude, shut your mouth, man.
It's weirdo status to me, though. I'm sorry. Okay, so it says it starts in South Korea. So it's Chinese.
There you go. Yeah.
Yo, it's not.
Korean.
Okay.
It's
Where is Korea?
South Chinesian.
Where's
Korean?
Where is Korea?
Korea.
Yeah.
It is. So China.
Okay.
Korea's up here.
Okay.
Japan's an island over here.
Okay.
Indonesia, Vietnam,
okay.
Philippines,
it's
down
right there.
here, yeah.
So it's kind of like Stone Mountain, Lithonia, Decatur,
yeah.
Gwinnett.
Except we're Americans. Because it's in the same damn
country. You wouldn't
country.
say I'm a Decatorian.
No. Duluthian. I say that to Chris sometimes.
What?
I'm like, my fellow Duluthian.
But okay, so everybody, I want to make this episode really interactive because I'm like, I need answers. Like, what is it in y'all that's making y'all eat all in like it's
demon inside needs
but it'd be like a girl this small,
I know,
and the plate be this big, and she had like
they're eating like octopus, like ginormous amounts of food and just shoving it down.
It's a no-go for me, bro. It is a no-go.
It's weird.
So that's weird.
More power to them. They're getting mad paid, sure, and you get to eat and get paid. I mean,
you probably get a damn muscle, a stomach mosquito.
Do you
or something.
have? Yeah, you know, maybe they ingest tapeworms before this. The tapeworms eat most of it. I don't know.
Oh, that's a good one. So if you get a tapeworm in your stomach, does it really eat the food?
Yeah, you have to eat more because it's like killing you because you're not getting any of the nutrients from the food you eat because it's taking all of it.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yo. Okay, so have you ever had a tapeworm before?
No, thank God.
Have you known somebody had a tapeworm?
No, that's like my biggest fear, dude. I hate worms, man. There's so many kinds of worms you can get. Because our cat had worms, and so we went on a deep dive of how many worms you can get. There's so many worms out there. I don't want any of them.
Okay.
You got butt worms, man. There's like intestinal worms.
Okay.
There's eye worms. You get ringworms in your eye.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm not skittish, right?
That shit's nasty. No, I'm with you. I don't really get grossed out. I can see someone's blood just but
right.
Like, worms in the butt. I'm not.
No, like what's it called? Bed bugs?
Oh.
Like, yo.
Yeah, you're
I ain't gonna lie.
sleeping.
Every time we go to a hotel, I'd be like, oh yeah. Then
Spray some
I look
Febreze.
it up on my phone. What does a bed bug look like?
No, you had bed. I had a friend who had bed bugs though.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
What
So
happened?
when my friend Hope came down to visit,
Okay.
she stayed in this like little Airbnb. She had to move, like get out of the Airbnb, go to a hotel because it was infested with bed bugs. It was everywhere. They're like little dudes, but they get into all your shit and they breed like crazy. So you have to like exterminate them.
Yo.
Yeah.
No.
And they'll bite you.
What you mean by like
Yeah, not hard.
like mosquitoes?
Yeah, they'll bite you. Yeah, they'll leave little marks, little bumps. You'll see.
Okay. In my brain, when I
He's gonna bore into you. Nah.
when I think of any bug, I always go to the main openings. And I'm like, okay, if y'all get in my mouth, in my eyes, in my ears, my eyes, or my
I heard
hands,
cockroaches do that. They lay eggs in your ear.
Come on, bro.
That's why I was
I
afraid.
ain't never heard that.
I'm terrified of
I ain't
cockroaches.
never heard
dude.
that. So, I think the mukbang people are.
How did this?
It's all the same. It's all the same. Because okay,
So they got bugs in them.
Yes. It's
A
in
muck
me.
bug.
My brother-in-law is a what is he? Not Marine. He's ex-Navy guy. And me and my wife, when we get on live or whatever, or video call him, he's always eating some random shit like mukbang type stuff, like octopus. He'll be like, "Yeah, I got some chocolate crickets. You want to taste them?" Like, no, I don't want to taste them.
I will not eat the bugs.
But I don't.
I won't do it. So many news channels are trying to. You saw that trend?
Mm-mm.
They're trying to get us to eat bugs. Like all these news channels and stuff, and all these like new Green Deal type people who are just like, yeah, it's good for the environment if you eat more bugs. I'm like, I'm not gonna do it.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they're like, they don't like a lot of societies and a lot of like institutions are trying to get people away from meat, and some of them are like, how about the bugs? Yeah, it's like, no, dude, I don't want to eat bugs. I want to eat meat. Like, I'll kill the chicken myself, dude. I'm not squeamish. Like, if I'm gonna eat it, pray, give it a good death, eat it. You know?
Yeah.
I do feel bad about pigs though. That's why I don't eat much pork. I feel bad because they're like dogs, man. Pigs are like really smart.
Really?
Yeah. Like you can teach a pig to give you a little high five. You can
pig.
Hmm?
No.
Imagine eating your buddy's pig you grew up with. You wouldn't eat that pig. Cool little guy. Exactly.
I ain't gonna lie. Okay, so when I stayed in apartments in North Carolina, I got stories for days and hours. Like I got stories for days. But my friend Justin had a pig named Artie.
I love that.
And Artie is little bitty. It's like a little white pig, just whatever. So I was just like, of course, my friend was what, white. And we're gonna be a black dude.
And he had a pig.
With a pig. So
this bumfuck dude. I love that.
So he had a little pig running around. I was like, oh, that's so cool. But I never put that together. Like they are smart enough to be like pets, and we just slaying them. Like, you want some pork ribs?
Yeah, dude. Because chickens, there's no. You can have a pet chicken, but there's no there's nothing in those eyes, dude. There's no emotion. You know the whole. That's all they do. Cows, I would say probably cows are probably like a little bit less intelligent than a horse. And even horses, I've heard horses are dumb as fuck, dude. You can train them, but
horses?
Yeah, like I've heard horses will run back into a burning barn. I'm not. Yeah, like they're so highly trainable, and they could be so smart, but at the same time, they're like they
lost potential.
Complete. Like they'll do the dumbest shit. Yeah,
lost potential, making us millionaires from running these races.
Yeah,
but. Those are all the mukbang animals. They get eaten up.
No, I'll eat a sheep, too. I'll eat a sheep and goats because they're dumb as fuck.
Oh. So when I was in Haiti, we had, I don't know what kind of goat was it. It was hella good, though. It had a...
Was it veal? You know what veal is? Isn't that goat or lamb?
No, it didn't. No.
Okay.
I think it's completely different. Like this, it tasted... And I'll look it up, but it tastes completely different. I enjoyed that. Goat
I'd love to eat it.
was
yeah.
crazy. But mukbang, y'all crazy. We're not doing that. South Korea's what's up.
I'd love to go though.
I would once
I would love to
everything
go to South
chills
Korea.
out. Like
Well, South Korea's
crazy.
chilling right now. Nothing's going on over there.
No, I'm talking about in general. Like,
oh yeah,
travel
100%. Oh dude,
outside of the U.S.
That's the thing. When is it ever really gonna? I mean, like, remember 9/11?
Yeah.
They don't think they revoked anything after that. They pretty much kept every single thing that they used for security measures.
That's
there,
true.
Right?
That's true.
I feel like every time we give them an inch, they take a mile, and they don't give the mile back. They might give 100 feet back,
quarter.
but it's still yeah. Every time gas goes up $1, they'll give us maybe a quarter off, but it stays there.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like when all this is over, they're gonna be like, all right, we put it back down, $3.80. It's like, dude, but it was $2.50 a year ago.
How much do you think they'll count that to inflation, though?
Oh, yeah. Well, they're already doing it. They're already trying to get... Look, the feds have been printing money for 2 years now, right? Well, not 2 years, about a year. As long as Bubbles has been in office.
Right.
They've been printing money the whole time. And now they're blaming Putin for the inflation. I'm like, dude, a war does not cause inflation in other countries just because there's a war in another country.
Right.
Like you heard, what's her name? Pistaki? The redhead speaker.
Yeah.
Who was dude, I think a single word that comes out of her mouth is not a lie. Jesus, man.
And not a what?
No, like not a single word that comes out of her mouth is true. I mean, she just sits there and she's like, well, inflation and other countries and the global market right now is causing inflation because of insert current event here. There's no. She doesn't give you a reason. It's because they've been printing money for about a year and a half.
Do you think that at some point, and it's a hope, but I want to get your take on it. Do you think at some point everybody will be exhausted?
I think they already are.
Okay. But exhausted to the point where they start doing rebellious shit that makes sense for the masses.
They are in other countries. They're just not doing it here. I think people are so damn brainwashed here. They just don't. We're so desensitized and demoralized to like the actual the humanity in all of us. Like you've seen people in stores. You've seen people. There's
85.
There's like no humanity, dude. It's like, where has it gone?
I don't know if it was here in Georgia or where it was, but the gun law, right? It says I think Tough. Somebody said it. It's a guy walking in the store with his pistol in his hand, loaded. Just walking around. Yeah, I'm just chilling. So if
I don't know. I know if it's in your holster and it's clear view, that's fine.
No, from my understanding, it can be concealed too now.
Yeah, you can have a carry permit.
No, without
Concealed
a
carry.
permit.
Oh, what the fuck?
That's what I'm saying.
No, but that just gives it to anybody then.
Exactly. So for me, I'm like, okay, it's scary. It's hella scary. And we're not gonna end on that note.
That's how it is in other countries, though.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Dude's just got But when my mom and dad went to Aruba, you get off the plane, there's the army, just guarding the airport. I mean, that's a common sight. You go to Mexico, You'll just see convoys kind of go by once in a while. Just the army has a pretty big presence. In America, no. When's the last time you saw an armed serviceman? Ever. You know, unless he's getting groceries because he just got back or something.
Right.
You don't. We don't have a very big military. We also have police.
Right.
But in other countries, the police is the military. You don't really see the police a lot. You just see military. We'll be guarding like a government building or something. You don't see that here. You can go to the White House. I don't think you'll see armed guards. But in other places of government, you'll see, like in South America, yeah. Which you shouldn't be scared. You're not like, oh my God. That's just a common thing. It's there for protection.
But for me, okay. And I like using movies as analogies. If we had the idea, and that's why I hate seeing certain movies or series come out, because I'm like, y'all are hinting at something.
Oh yeah. Well, they put it in movies as a kind of way to tell you the truth.
Right.
A lot of people think they do that so they don't feel bad about what they're doing. 'Cause it's like, well, we told you. It's right there. We told you.
I.e., Ready Player One, Metaverse. You look at The Purge.
Yeah.
Let's lighten up on this.
To me, The Purge is dumb as fuck.
But
because you wouldn't. That would solve literally nothing. Because the example the perv says, the purge, the example they give is that, this decreases crime all year if we just give them one day. That wouldn't decrease crime. Premeditated murder is like the least common murder. The most common murder is some dude just fucking loses it one day, kills people, or tries to rob a store, kills a person. Was he robbing the store? Money. He's not going to wait one day in a year to go steal food or steal money to feed his family. Yeah, what? Like, people aren't. That's basically saying that everyone's a normal person, but actually a psychopath, and one day a year they get to go fucking nuts. That's not true. Some people are just bad people, and they're going to do bad things. They're not going to give a fuck what day you give them to do the bad thing. They're just going to do it.
Okay.
Because they're a bad person.
What about Hunger Games?
I believe that shit. Yeah. They're already trying.
Exactly.
We already have a capital where they do whatever the fuck they want. What do you think the Met Gala is? It's a party for rich people to go, haha, I'm rich.
I don't know. We might
Fuck
go
you.
We might go to the Met Gala at some point.
Hey, I don't want to.
It's like, I'm going to do some Jim Carrey dumb fuck shit. Just like, I don't know.
So you're not going to go?
It's a party where rich people just to get to pat themselves in the back and call themselves rich. You saw that every servant had a mask on, but everybody who was rich there didn't have them. Like, that's what I'm talking about. They want a slave class, and then they want to just be rich and get to party and have a good time while the districts give them coal and fuel and electricity, and we're just the cogs in their machine.
Yeah.
And then they get to be rich.
I don't disagree with that.
That's why lately, like, I'm not a fanboy, but lately all of Elon Musk's tweets have just been like making me so happy. I'm like, dude, he's going against the grain of every other like insane rich person. He's saying fuck the government. He's saying people wake up.
Edit all of this. No, go ahead, play.
He's basically saying, like, wake the hell up. These people are tyrants, and they don't care about you. And I'm like, that's what I've been saying the last 2 years. They don't give a shit.
But I think it makes sense from the standpoint of, let's say, okay, I pose a question for you. What happens when people like us, perfect example, people like us got a small pot now.
Yes.
Right? Small pot.
I'm about to make it smaller. I'm sorry. My bad.
But we got a small pot. A few thousand people might listen every now and then.
Yeah.
And we hit that mark and something just happens. It always happens to everybody that's just consistent with working and having fun doing what they do. It's inevitable. We hit that mark, and then you get 900,000, 1 million people watching on a consistent basis, and you become the rich.
Yeah.
What changes? Like,
well, I know a lot of. I know what you mean.
See what I'm saying? Like,
change.
so, cause I know, like, a lot of, at least the millionaire friends that I have.
I don't hate people that are rich because they're rich. I just hate it. Like I said, the Met. Like, they go to a party. What's it for? To just, and it's televised. Like, if I was going to a rich guy's party, I'd be like, yeah, let's go fucking on a yacht, let's go crazy. But why do they televise it and people celebrity worship like they're gods? It's weird.
Well, that's just marketing.
I'd feel uncomfortable. I'd be
that's
like,
just marketing for whoever the brands are that's trying to promote their stuff.
like the red carpet, that's fine.
Yeah.
You know, like you get a bunch of people invited to go see this opening thing because they have fans. They
Right.
know, oh, this person's invited to the opening thing. I'll go see that movie.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with that. Like you said, it's marketing.
Right.
I guess you're right. The Met is marketing. It leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
Okay, and from all of my rich friends, it's the same conversation every time. The conversation is you have to be in the room. You got to live in it. You got to be in it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a holistic person. I think of everything from a holistic standpoint. If we create this spot, we talked about it before, and I don't mind telling y'all about it. That's how we're transparent. But we're intentionally creating the Mad Lucrative Network to fund dreams, whether that's from artists or from musicians. Like when I say artists, I'm talking about painters and stuff like that. Not strippers. Strippers, what up though? But we're creating something to fund something that would benefit the whole space for
That's what
creators.
I want to do. If I got rich, I'd want to put money into stuff I believe in. You know.
So would it? And I already know what you're gonna say before you say, but would it not be to our advantage to be affiliated with Elon Musk? We'll use Elon.
Dude, anybody who wants to give me money just for being around them, sure. But I still get to decide what I use it for, you know?
Or do you?
I hope so. Unless I signed a deal that says I have to use money for this. Yeah. Well, then, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Same with right now. I'm always going to tread lightly.
Okay.
I'll make sure I know what I'm getting into. I don't want to put my name on something that is horrible for society, you know?
Got you.
That if I look and I view it and I'm like, this is dog shit.
Right.
Like, this is going to just drain money from people. This is bad for people. I really rather not put my name on that.
I like that.
I'm sure it happens inadvertently. I'm sure you sign a deal with someone, you think it's going to be really awesome and really cool, and then you find out what they're doing. But I think that's why you see a lot of people stop dealing with a lot of people.
Well, that's what's made me such a dick, with lack of better words.
Kind of gotta be.
When it comes to labels and how they move. I remember the first, and we talked about it before, but the first pub deal, the promise was, well, you get a chance to work with so-and-so, and so-and-so, and so-and-so. You get to be in the room.
Yeah.
That word again. You get to be in the room of the people that's moving and shaking so you can take your career to the next level.
You can sit at the table with the cool
Right.
kids, yeah.
But you're not sitting at the table technically because you still have to do more work. It's not a goal.
Yeah.
It's just like first marker. Like if you're running track, it's the first marker before you go to hit the next curve.
Yeah, you got a lot more to do.
Yeah, but they don't. When they're selling it, it's not sold like that. They're selling it like, oh,
You made it.
yeah,
Congrats.
yeah. So and this conversation is for everybody. Like I think we're not the only ones that think the way we think.
Yeah.
There are more people that are smart.
Yeah, I told you yesterday, I got a friend that produces herself. I mean, I feel like she's pretty
She's dope.
knowledgeable about how, you can get fucked if you're not careful. So
Right. Now, the flip side of that is this. You could be too careful and miss an opportunity.
and then not get shit.
Right.
And then miss out, and then that guy's
Exactly,
a millionaire
exactly.
where you should have been, yeah.
Exactly. And, I'm not saying no names. I want to say all the names, the whole list of people. But the level of talent that you have is not, your success is not predicated on the level of talent that you have.
It's not proportional.
It's not.
I've seen some dog shit people who are amazing, way up there, and you're like, how the fuck? Like actors, dude. Actors and actresses who are in every movie nowadays, and you're like, why the fuck is this person in there? You're like, no offense.
Right.
But I'm just, some people may love them, and I'm just like, okay. I'm like, they're just them in every movie you put them in.
Yeah.
Like, best thing, I love Jack Black, right? Jack Black is Jack Black in everything. You've definitely seen him before. You just don't know. If you know who Jack Black is, like Dwayne The Rock Johnson. He's Dwayne The Rock Johnson in everything he's in, right?
Okay.
But is he bad? No, he's
No.
fun. He's
Yep.
Dwayne The Rock.
Oh yeah, I love this guy. I love
if you
this
see
guy.
a movie with Dwayne, you know he's just gonna be Dwayne The Rock
Dwayne.
Johnson. You know?
Yeah.
But it works, so you don't mind seeing it. But some people, I'm like you can't play yourself in every movie because yourself sucks. I'm just like, you suck.
Well, I like the fact that certain artists have a breaking point between their character, who they're acting as, and then who they are in real life. Like I know Shamir, it be some of the dudes like all the women be like, oh yeah, he's sexist, whatever, and then he does the interview. Hey, Mike, that's a new thing. And they be like, no, wait, that's you.
Well, hold on. Wait.
Yeah, I was, what's up, man?
Yeah, and you're like, oh.
Yeah. Nice to meet you, guy. But I think we touched everything we wanted to touch. I do want to talk about Reggie's deal, but we're going to talk about it in another episode because that's a big deal. Yo, first off, not even friend of a show, a part of the show, Mad Lucrative Family's own Reggie Miller just closed a deal, $100 million.
Oh,
100.
yeah.
100 million.
I just want 100.
Like, the one is
When you told me, I was like, oh, 100,000? You're like, no, dude. I'm
one.
like,
1 to 10. 10. Yeah, 1 to 10. I'm like, okay, I'm cool with 1 to 10. But 100 million.
oh no, that's what it was. You were like, he was like, how much did he take? And you're like, I'm just like, Jesus.
Yeah, we're not talking about numbers. We're not talking about numbers.
No.
But anyway, we're gonna have him on the show to go ahead and talk about the specifics of that deal.
Yeah.
And it's a developmental deal in Alabama. They're building like a city. They're building a city. Like, if you see the plans for this layout,
Regitopia.
yeah, it's no, not Utopia.
No,
But-
Regitopia, man.
No, he said we have to refer to him as Reggie the Goat now. He's no longer Reggie the real estate guru. He's the Goat now.
The GOAT. Greatest of all time.
Yes, but we're gonna have him on the show to talk about that deal. We do want to send condolences to the Braxton family. Tracy Braxton just passed at 50 from cancer. Beautiful soul. You can look at the Braxton family values and you'll kind of see like some of their energy. Like, it's funny, uplifting, just wholesome family. And I hate that this happened, but our condolences to the Braxton family. Some of our housekeeping, we still are looking. I got one videographer.
Hey.
He came. They rented the space. When they rented the space, what was that? Wednesday, Thursday, rented the space.
Okay.
And I was like, yo, I like what you're doing. Like, we're gonna have to figure something out. So we're still looking for more photographers, videographers, lighting crew, editors, and am I missing anybody? Graphic designer, fact checkers. Yeah. Fact checker, you have to be free on Saturday mornings though. That's the only time we really need you.
You'd actually be like, yeah.
And it's a 1 day a week job. So if you want the job, please reach out to us. Everything's below Mad Lucrative Podcast. No, Mad Lucrative Network on Instagram. Or Mad Lucrative Podcast at gmail.com. I'll put everything down here. I'm creating more work for myself. But also, artists, we have just started the Long Drive Sessions.
Really?
Long Drive Sessions. We got rappers, predominantly for rappers and like vibey people to rap, like not just sing. The singers are going to our other platform, which is the Sound and Wave concert series, which is hilarious. We got y'all see it. But that's coming soon, so we are still looking to book y'all for that. So if you're an artist and you're in Georgia, specifically metro area, if you want to drive, we'll pay for
It'd be
some
better
gas.
for you if you're in Metro, but you can come anywhere.
Yeah, you can come wherever
you're
you
from.
want to come from. And just come perform. We'll interview you and give you that platform. Some of our people get tips when they come to our show. And it's a cool situation. Like, you get all your performance footage for free right now.
So that's just good.
Maybe I shouldn't have said
anyway,
that.
yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't have said free. But we got more episodes coming. So if somebody goes to this episode and say,
Right, you told me.
He said it was
Told me as soon as it was free. Bring an audio clip in right there.
But yeah, we are providing that platform for artists, and we are looking forward to continuing to do so and just make it as big as we can make it. So it's been real. Do you have anything you would like to say, Sean?
No, Sound and Wave is my favorite thing. I'm excited for that. I've already seen some of the. Well, you showed me a little bit. It's gonna be cool. Yeah,
it's cool. So until next week, it's been real. We love y'all and peace.
Peace out.